Welcome in to the Vinyl Community Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3, I believe, of Pour One, Play One, the Beer and Vinyl Sessions. We are here with another episode with some pals, drinking some beers and doing some pairing with some records. And today we're excited because this is the first time that me and my trusty co-host over here, Jason Arsenault and Americana Sam, we have a fourth joining us today, all the way from
Canada.
Ontario? Yeah, you're
Ontario.
You are in Ontario, correct?
Yep.
All the way from Ontario. It's the great Chris at Stylus Meets Vinyl. Chris, welcome to the tap room. We don't really say that. Welcome, though. We're glad you're here.
You do now, gentlemen. Happy to be here. Thank you for thinking of me. I have been known to enjoy a beer or two, so I think it was a good fit, and I've been known to enjoy the content that comes out of all of your channels.
Okay.
So happy to be here.
Praise be. Well, and this is great too, because now Jason has somebody else that he can talk to complain about shipping costs and how much everything costs. So when it's Jason, we got a picture from Jason earlier walking around in a full hazmat suit. But no one wanted to ask how much that was or how much you had to pay for shipping to his front door for that. But we are curious, Chris. What is going to put you on the spot? What is the last record that you bought, and how much did it take to get to your front door?
So the last record that I bought was so there's an artist called Matthew Good, one of my favorites. I bought his first solo album called Avalanche. On vinyl. It was I don't know, like as far as shipping costs goes, like it wasn't cheap though. I think it was like I want to say like 30 or 40 Canadian to get it to me.
Nuts.
Not cheap.
That's about 14 USD, right, Sam?
Right. You can buy a lot of pencils with that.
Hey, we do. So no, that's awesome. Well, we'll get into it. Chris, you are the guest of honor here, so you look to go first. As a reminder, what we do is we're going to go around and kind of do a little bit of a beer pour review individually, whatever you want to call it. We don't got to overthink all these things. Just talk about it, what you like about it, all that good stuff. And then on the second go around, we'll sort of pair that, if you will, with a record. So I know I'll speak for Jay and Sam here. We're excited to see what you got there, Chris.
All right.
Show us the beer too.
That's right.
Okay. So the beer that I am drinking today is now actually this is a bit of I haven't even really announced this on my channel yet, but as you guys know, I am my wife is pregnant. My wife is expecting.
Hell yeah.
And I also figured because Father's Day is around the corner, this was a very apt beer to choose, as I will be coming. My wife is pretty about to burst, so it'll be happening in the next couple of weeks. So
appreciate you being here.
Yeah. So she's actually in labor now, but I had to. Yeah, I was just like, babe,
are you allowed to drink? Are you allowed to drink when your wife is pregnant? Like, isn't that like? Oh, it's the other. Okay.
As long as I'm not breastfeeding, I'm good. Yeah.
Doesn't stop me.
Whatever turns you on.
Okay, right. So the beer that I chose today is called Party Dad.
Oh,
look at
Party Dad IPA with
That's
the
right.
The sneakers there. I don't know what else is there.
The New Balance.
Yeah, the New Balance, and then just a bunch of dead soldiers there. So this is from Nickelbrook Brewing, which is a brewery out of Burlington, Ontario, down kind of near like Hamilton area, kind of close-ish to the border. And it is they call this the Crushin' IPA. So, you know, because your party dad flipping burgers, it is a 3.5% alcohol per volume, 473 milliliter can. Sorry, that's metric. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know.
16 ounces, Sam.
Yeah, 16 ounces. It is a light beer, and they call it a citrus cruiser / finger guns. I don't know. I have no idea what that means.
Chris, I gotta tell you, I've had a lot of session IPAs in my day. Jason, I know you have too. 3.5.
That's like a Rattler.
That's a good. Ooh, I could go for a Rattler. That is light, my guy, but good on you.
It's light. So actually, this is it's kind of a new beer for me. I only had it for the first time a few weeks ago. It was introduced to me, and someone, one of my friends, gave it to me because we were expecting, and I saw it in the liquor store, and I thought, okay, this will be appropriate to pop out for this chat. So so let's give her a little. I don't know, kind of, I wouldn't say I'm superstitious, but I, for some reason, I always just before there's always the little double.
Oh, I like it. I like that you have a routine with this.
Yeah.
Like the bag.
It's a ritual, like putting a record on.
And today I will be pairing it with my glass. And this is the L Street Tavern. Maybe I'll show it once it's got some beer in it. If we have any Good Will Hunting fans in the house,
yes,
which is one of my favorite movies. There is one of the pubs that the film takes place in is the L Street Tavern, and so Good Will Hunting was filmed in Boston, but it was also filmed in Toronto. Toronto was doubling for Boston, and anyways, yes, and anyways, so the L Street Tavern. This is actually in Boston, but it's called Woody's. And my buddy went to this place, and he's also a big Good Will Hunting fan. So he gave me this glass. So I just thought it would be a good topic of conversation. Let's just say,
is this the bar where the famous "How do you like them apples"?
Yeah, do you like apples? That was going to be my question too.
So okay, so that bar that happens in, that's the Toronto bar. That's actually a Toronto bar.
Wow,
nice.
But there are if you remember the one where like Mini Driver tells the joke with the Guinness.
Give us a kiss.
Give us a kiss. That's the L Street. That's the L.
That was gonna be my other question. That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
great movie.
Let's see.
What's that smell like?
Nice pour.
It is a little. Yes, I'm getting citrus notes of citrus. It tastes like or it smells like it smells like it smells like dad.
Like New Balance sneakers.
Yeah, exactly. Like it smells like mowing the lawn on a Sunday morning.
Wow.
And just and just waving to the neighbors being like, hot enough for you out here?
He's like,
it's the humidity.
Yeah, you and Jason are like, oh, it's about 22 centigrade, eh?
That's right. That's right.
It's a hot one.
Yeah. So yeah, nice. It's nice. It's definitely crushable, like you said. We're in kind of Rattler territory here, so it's you can definitely
want to mow.
That's right. You could definitely crush some.
Now, Chris, I was, my question always with these sessions of something that light is like, is it still flavorful? Is it still robust? Does it still like taste like beer, or is it a delicious little treat for you?
It's definitely flavorful. It is crushable. I don't know how many though I would really realistically want to have. I think for any like session IPA, I'm probably maxing out. I think at like 3. I think that's where I would probably.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably need 40 of them to get a buzz. So
exactly, yeah, exactly. I would move on. I think I would move on at that point to something even more crushable that doesn't have crushable in like on the can.
That's great. I mean, that's the Sam. You'll really. I mean, that's like a perfect beer before church.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You do.
Sir.
It's great. Awesome. Well,
I love it.
well done, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
We'll go over to our other friend up north, Jason. You're up. You got a fancy new microphone. You sound great. You look better. And like every time we do these, I sit here and wait dramatically for some good stories and all that good stuff. I'm sure. So take it away, Mon Frere.
I'm so glad you chose me. I'm so thirsty now that I saw that pour.
You can open now.
Okay, so I think usually I'm going. I don't know if I've chosen this brewery yet. Probably not. But instead of going south, we're going east. We're going 6 hours east of where I live to a city of Prince George. Prince George, British Columbia has a couple breweries there. Actually, 3 or 4 come to mind. This is from Trench Brewing. They've been around probably. I'm just going to take a stab and say, I don't know, 5 to 7 years maybe. This is Trench Brewing. This is one of their ones that they usually do seasonally, but they do it every year now, so it's not like a surprise anymore. Definitely a different sort of beer, but kind of up my alley because we're talking about citrus related, and fruity, punchy type stuff. And so this is from Trench Brewing, and it's called the Intergalactic Mango Pale Ale.
Ooh.
Intergalactic Mango Pale Ale. And this is a 5%er, so not a very crazy strong beer. I think I read online the EBUs, Sam, or no, IBUs.
Yeah, the maybe.
So they're not too bad. Let's get the full experience here with the mic. Oh, I hope that's nice.
Yeah, the mic didn't pick that up, Jay.
You blipped out just for a second.
That's a shame.
That's a shame.
What a shame. Okay, and as usual, we're going to Latvia for perfect glassware. The beer.
Jason, one day we're going to need you to show us your glassware, and that's all you got.
This is all I got. I got lots of nice Scotch related and cocktail glasses. Not a lot of great beer glasses.
Dude,
this is my only one. The only one that matters. Good pour. Good pour.
That was real close.
I can smell that mango from over here.
Give us that ASMR.
It's no Mackinac peach, but it's a delicious mango beer. That's freaking fantastic. That is definitely.
Are you actually drinking mango there, Jason?
It's heavy on the mango. Like they brew it with the puree and all that kind of stuff, and it's a Galaxy hop, right? Galaxy hop. So very citrusy, very good beer. I will definitely enjoy the rest of them in the fridge.
That's actually a great play that they go with that whole intergalactic thing because it's a Galaxy hop. I appreciate that. Yeah. I can only imagine now that you're pairing, because you're talking about, there might be some crossover with the beer to the pairing. And I can't imagine you're actually going to show this record. But when I hear,
oh God, don't guess it.
No, because I can't imagine that this is what you're thinking of. And if it is, hilarious. Chris, I'm depending on you to get this reference. Sam, maybe. You'll at least know the joke. Or the dance, probably. But I just think of fucking Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Intergalactic Planetary.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, there's no way that Jason about to show Beastie Boys. And if he does, maybe I shouldn't be burying the lead,
Yeah. That would be very impressive. I also thought of Beastie Boys as soon as you showed that.
Well, as Jason always says, Beastie Boys invented rap, so he probably would show it.
That's right. Thank God for the white people who invented that. That's right. That's a really good sound clip that will probably get me fired.
I think that's a good segue to move to me.
I was going to say, yeah. Speaking of freaking the whiteys, Sam, all the way from the land of Robert E. Lee himself.
That's right. Well, it's funny you say that because
oh no, he's gonna show us that he's like, I got Robert's IPA. It's the
all right. No, this is a brewery I definitely showed, I think, on the first episode, but I'm going to show it again because they've got a lot of good beer. Devil's Backbone, who are now pretty widely distributed out of Lexington, Virginia, originally, which is about an hour 15 south of where I am. It is the home of Washington and Lee University, as well as Virginia Military Institute, where Robert E. Lee happens to be buried. But, that's another conversation. So funny you said that, but not that hard to have the 2 degrees of Lee, as we say. I went with one that I'd never heard of, but it's a tall boy. It's a 7%, boys.
Oh, wow, that's double mine.
It's the Heavenly Trip Juicy IPA.
Damn, that looks good.
Jason, settle down. But I didn't realize, because again, I kind of talked about Devil's Backbone earlier, and they have a lot of like tasting rooms and things. So it's kind of hard to say that you've been to, the place. I mean, there is the original place, but they were all over the place tasting rooms. Lexington's just such a great town, but what I didn't realize was that they were actually bought out by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, they're ABM, yeah.
Which I did not know, which, cheers to Virginia commerce, but
that was a long time ago. Yeah, it's
at 2016, I think. So it's been a decade. But there's not much more information about this. I don't go for a lot of juicy or hazies, but I do enjoy Heavenly Trips. So let's.
Oh, thank God! There it is. Sounds good.
I didn't hear it.
All right, and for my glass, this is very fun. So tomorrow at the time of filming this, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to Williamsburg, Virginia, for the week, and they have several taverns in the Colonial Williamsburg area, which I know, Alex, you were there probably about a year or so ago. But there's one tavern called Josiah Chowning. So there's the sign of, the Quaker Oats guy, it looks like.
It's quite the name.
But look at this cool glass. Yeah.
That's a nice glass.
So Sam,
let's take a
not
look.
to mansplain this to you, Sam, but those glasses will give you a lot of head if you're not careful.
I'm very aware, but
Okay.
I could pour this thing into a paint bucket. I'm still going to get it based on that first pour. So
Hold it up. Oh yeah, higher, a little higher, Sam. Oh yeah,
that's a good pour.
that's looking pretty good.
Get that left hand shaking like that Who song.
That's a little weight there.
Mary Ann with the hand jibber. What is the name of that?
Mary Ann with the shaky hand.
That's right. Oh, beauty! Look at that.
Still a little bit ahead, but hey, There you go.
Hell yeah.
Josiah.
I can smell it even this far from my nose here. But ooh, that smells good. Bit fruity. Yeah, let's it's a little bit more light beer looking. It's not very hazy.
Yeah.
But
does it feel good to hold the bottom of that? Does it feel good to hold the bottom of that glass?
It's probably natural. Ribbed for his pleasure. The bottom is there.
Thank you.
well,
Thank you.
let's get juicy. Okay. So when it was being described online, it said it didn't necessarily have the bitterness of an IPA, but there is a bitterness there. Like it's got a pretty good little bite to it. But the smell is fantastic. But yeah, I'm actually shocked at how, clear the liquid is. I was expecting it to look more orange juicy, but yeah, very, very good. And yeah, that's one I would get some more of. So they do sell this in six packs, but this is the 19.2 FL OZ.
Oh, that's a big. That's a big boy there.
That's your big boy.
That's right. Very cool.
All right, boys.
Yeah. What do you got, Alex?
All right. So we're going
Take us
local
home.
here. This is actually first time I'm really looking at this can art. This is hilarious. We're going local to what better place than Columbus Brewing Company? Whatever. I don't know if I've done anything on the channel from Columbus, but decent, good enough local brew. I mean, I'm sure they're going to watch this and take offense. So But it was in the single section. So like I got a local cool like beer, wine bottle shop, and most of it's all like 6-packs or whatever. But then they have like a couple of coolers of just singles, and so I'm always hunting through there. And this is Dank Charmer.
Hey, channel name.
Wasn't that your nickname in college?
Dude, I told you not to tell anybody about that, Chris.
More like stank charm. No.
And then underneath, I don't know, not necessarily a phrase I'm hella familiar with. Terpene IPA. I don't really know what that means, but 7.5%. So,
You beat me.
Got some ass on there for sure.
7.5.
The secret behind the charm. Oh, actually, okay, this is interesting. I didn't read this before. So the secret behind the charm, terpenes or terpenes, I don't know. Naturally occurring oil compounds that, when paired with our select mosaic and strata hops, conjure the dank, hypnotic aroma of Dank Charmer.
Alex, do you know what that terpene means?
No, do you?
I don't know for sure, but I'm starting to think with the whole word dank and terpene and oils. Is terpene not an active substance in in cannabis or
Like
something
cannabis?
like that?
I mean, that would make sense.
Is there like a bunch of leafy drawings on that can or anything?
Not really. Just that high-ass dragon-looking thing.
I thought it was.
But also it's like the hops and cannabis are derived from the same like papa plant. Like they're not.
Right.
Well, it's the guy from British Columbia to point that relation.
Yeah. Terpenes are natural aromatic compounds found in most plants, including herbs, fruits, and cannabis.
Dude, this smells like straight fucking weed out the can. Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Is it a weed beer?
No, but that's a great question.
Let's find out.
Shout out to the beer glass here. This is I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. Sammy knew that for a few years. My favorite beer place to go there was a place called Salud Beer Shop in the Noda district. And it was like a bottle shop, but they had some other stuff going on too. And to me, I'm like, this is perfect branding of like, just say the 4 things that you do. And what do they do? Kind of hard to see, but sour beer, old school hip hop, pizza, and Nintendo. Like literally, that's all they did. Like you wanted food, they would just do pizza, and people were like sitting there playing Nintendo and drinking sours. And I mean, I was like, this place is great.
Nothing wrong with that.
I would say terpene. That's the mascot for Maryland, isn't it, Alex?
That's a mediocre joke. Yeah. Yeah, and the old terpene station with that stupid ass fat turtle trying to play a banjo on the front porch of Uncle John's cabin. You know,
that's a terrapin joke, folks.
There's a lot going there. This is actually absurd. This is super. I mean, again, like I said before, like the hop and cannabis is not, they're not far off, and you do get like if you've ever. Because Jason, you did some microbrewing for a little bit, right? Or like some not like home brewing, right? Then like you know like that when you have fresh like actual hops and you like take it just smells like a pile of weed, really. And this is super super weedy, but pretty clear, some chill haze as they'll say on there. And yeah, hey, to everybody, even your little Gatorade over there, Chris. Come on, Daddy. Come on, to Daddy Chris.
Sorry for the audio listeners. Oh man,
wonderful.
Do we have to finish our beer by the time it's over? Because I don't want to get too buzzed, guys.
Jason will be done here in about 5 minutes, so you can come.
You got a head start.
Jason's sitting on a mini fridge. If you didn't know.
That's good. That is obviously the whole dank thing. There is this big, dry, hoppy, terpene, dry, bitter finish on the end that just kind of keeps like lingering. Is
that your first time with that beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's 7.5. It's no small boy. Sorry, Sam. But yeah. No, it's good though. I mean, hey,
Okay, I have an 8% in my fridge that I didn't bring, but I didn't realize there's a pissing contest for
It's
Let's
not
all go to the
alcohol
fridge.
by volume.
7.
It's not bad.
7.
Hey. Well, there you go. Hey.
Seven.
You got a burp now.
Seven.
Sam's frozen.
Soda.
Oh, he's back. All right. Well, Chris, I can't wait to see what you've selected for your little record there, pal. Take it away, my friend.
Okay, so it was difficult because I was really just searching for like the perfect record to pair with this dad beer.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to. So I was thinking, okay, I should get something that's like maybe some dad rock or something, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, when I think of dad rock, I think of Bob Seger because
Pearl Jam. All Jason's favorite bands.
because for me, well, I've spoken about this on my channel before. Bob Seger, I always associate with my dad, but I didn't want to show Bob Seger because Alex, I know you showed Bob Seger in episode 1, so I didn't want to be redundant. So then I thought, okay, I will show this one because this record reminds me of my dad, and I think you know you could a young dad could really rock out to something like this, which is George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
Oh, yeah.
The debut album from, I think this is 1978. This one's got, you know, and actually the reason why I picked it is because there's a song about beer on here.
Probably a few knowing George. Yeah.
Exactly. 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of note on here. There's also Ride on Josephine, which is a great one that I really like. And Madison Blues. You know, it's like something about George Thorogood. It's just like, you know, it's like modern. They call modern electric blues, but you know, it's got some real kick to it. George can really play. He can really shred. You know, you know, you look at a picture like that, I can just see it coming through here. And it just reminds me of my dad specifically because I didn't even realize this is not my dad's record, but I didn't realize that my dad liked George Thorogood until one time we were at a cottage, my family and I hanging out, and my dad was like, "Oh, put on some George Thorogood," and I put on 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer, and my dad was like hopping around. So he was really enjoying it. So this is one reminds me of my dad, and I think you could call it dad rock, perhaps. But either way, this is a good record.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Is that the album that has, or is it another album that has the "I Drink Alone" on it? Is that another album?
I think that's the next one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We didn't get that lucky to have 2. No, I Drink Alone is not on here, but
You will say one of
there's so many, like that's such a radio, like growing up listening to rock radio, classic rock, there was always George Thorogood.
Well, it was
like,
always cool when they played
every
the
couple
full
hours.
version of 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer.
Oh, like a long, yeah.
Yeah. No, George, he's got no qualms about drinking alone with his buddy, you know, Jimmy Beam and Johnny Walker and a few others.
Zero Name Red.
That's right.
No, he's always funny. That's a great pick, Chris. I saw one of the more interesting double bills I saw. I was in high school, so this would have been like 2006, 2007, was George Thorogood opening up for Canadian icon Bryan Adams, which, like, you know, similar eras, but
That's weird.
that's a different sort of, you know,
It's a mixed bill.
It's a mixed bill. And I just remember
Something for everyone, they might say.
you might say that his version of Who Do You Love, I want to say, went on for about 43 minutes. Like it just
Who do you love?
going, man. But no, that's classic, just good old like American kind of boogie blues type stuff. Great.
Yeah.
pick.
Thank you.
Great job. All right.
Yeah.
Jason, I'm going to feel bad if you do have pull this random Beastie Boys record out, and I feel like
I don't have. When I picked the beer out, I was like, I wish I had that out, but I don't know jack about the Beastie Boys. So I don't own anything by them, but I actually have two albums here. I'm only going to choose one, whatever one I happen to put my hand on, because they both were kind of in my head when I picked the beer out. But let's see here. Yeah, this is the more obvious choice. And the only reason I didn't want to pick this one, but the hell with it, I'm doing it anyways. I think I showed it before on a stream of some kind, but we're talking intergalactic, we're talking space. So we're going right with Ziggy.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go with David Bowie, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Yeah, you got to get it all. Yeah, you can't just be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just Ziggy. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Favorite Bowie album for sure. I actually just listened to a podcast that was talking about the album, but it wasn't a great podcast, but it was still something to kind of get me all kind of riled up to listen to it again. So the last few days it's been on my mind, and then I played the hell out of it today. And not much to say. This was his fifth studio album. This is 1972. This particular is just a Canadian reissue from whenever, probably in the late 70s, I guess. So kind of like a concept album. Some people said it was a concept album. Some people said it was a bit of a rock opera. There's a couple songs on here that actually were sort of thrown in the mix after, so they don't really totally fit the bill. But at the end of the day, it's pretty much a concept, and just a fantastic album. It's one of my. I find myself when I go through some of my more favorite records, I'll notice that one of the sides of the album is way more preferred than the other. Not to say that the one side is crappy at all, but when I look at side one and we have Moon Age Daydream and Starman and It Ain't Easy, those three songs in a row, holy shit, what a punch. Yeah. Like listening to It Ain't Easy is one of my favorite things to like really crank up super loud. But yeah, one of my favorite albums in my collection. And I didn't know that. Like I only started listening to Bowie probably after he died, realizing that, pay attention. This was an icon, get to know him. And then I probably have five or six Bowie albums now, but this one takes the cake for sure. This is a unreal piece.
The first time that I heard that album was because of Tom Petty. And that's actually the only Bowie album that I own, and I've got it on CD. Tom Petty had a show on his Sirius XM channel called Buried Treasure, where he played deep cuts of artists that he loved. And I remember he always did this great commentary between songs, and he was talking about, I think he played something like Moon Age Daydream or, one of the bigger songs. And he said, if you don't know Ziggy Stardust, you need to get into Ziggy Stardust. And so I'm like, Tom Petty said so I need to go, spend my last dollar on the CD at Barnes & Noble. And that's the only Bowie album I've actually ever heard all the way through, which is,
Yeah, and it's funny because the actual song Ziggy Stardust on side two, like I had that as like an MP3 back in like the Napster and LimeWire days. I had Ziggy for forever, and I didn't know anything about the album or about the alter ego and all the stories that go with it. But when I finally dug into the rest of the album, it's just great, unreal stuff. I would recommend anyone that's listening to this, please just get familiar with that album. It is probably one of the best albums out there.
That's a tough one because that was the first Bowie album that I really got into and really listened to start to finish. And Bowie has so many different eras and different sounds throughout the years, and they're all great. Like Bowie's so prolific. But I found it hard to get into any other Bowie album after that because I was just like, man, like Ziggy Stardust is just so good, Yeah. And it was hard for other records of his to hold up.
No, I totally get that.
Have you heard the I don't want to say conspiracy theory, but the sort of weird coincidence about that album and the album cover specifically?
No, go on, please.
Okay, so what is Bowie under? Oh, it's a street, right? And then right above his head in yellow, what does it say?
It says K West.
K West. Okay, so this so the thing is the album was released in 1972, and the opener, the song is 5 years, right?
5 years, yeah.
So 5 years after 1972 is 1977, and Kanye West was born.
So stupid. That's not what I was thinking.
and they think it's like he's singing about 5 years. It's the coming of Kanye West.
So Kanye came from outer space.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
Became a
heard.
rock star, and his ego got too big. It all kind of adds up.
Yeah.
That's Sam. You and I think the same thing. I thought Chris is gonna like whip out this like amazing like rock and roll history of like so K West. You know who K West was? Like they did this. Kanye West is almost 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yee. Oh, Sam's out. All right.
Also, one last thing I'll say about that album is you mentioned like Moon Age Daydream, also like Stone Love. It's got some really nice sax parts in those songs, and I'm pretty sure Bowie plays sax on both of those songs. So I always like that. Not just hiring a session guy, you know, he plays it himself.
Yeah, I remember like when I was just doing some reading before tonight, just how every time you like dig into Bowie, the amount of praise that he gets, and you kind of alluded to this, of just his ability to adapt and change with the times, or well, not with the times, he just changed and did his own thing. But like the guy could put on so many different faces and be successful in so many different ways like that. So pure genius, right? But
yeah, reinvent himself a couple times, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. We've mentioned so many of the songs. I've always thought 5 Years is the perfect opener. Just everything about that is just so great. But Jason, I'm so glad you mentioned It Ain't Easy, because so many people I hear that talk about that record have said that's like the stand out in a negative way. They're like, well, these are all bangers except It Ain't Easy. But I don't know if I told you this back when I was in high school and doing in all these bands and stuff like that. We played like It Ain't Easy was part of our set, and a lot of the Bowie people were like, wow, like you picked like the deepest of cuts. Like y'all are like 15, 16. You're playing. And there's some great, I'll mention him, Jason, I know if you remember my good friend, Sean, that you got a chance to meet, he was, I was playing bass, he was playing guitar. And during the verses, during the whole, like, when you climb to the top of the mountain, we had this like stupid walk that we would do where we would like alternate like our headstocks. So it was like, when you climb to the top of the mountain, out over the sea. And it was just like, no, there's our copyright hit. It was just like, we'll still watch videos of this. And God, it's crazy to think this was 20 years, like almost 20 years ago now. And we're like, God, it was so cool. But it was like, I can't believe like we're playing It Ain't Easy. Of all the Bowie songs to play for 15 or 16 year olds, we're playing It Ain't Easy. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Great pick, Jason. Sam, what do you got, man?
Well, mine, I pretty much, once I saw the beer, I knew exactly which band I would pick. So obviously I have Heavenly Trip, and you think
Grateful Dead.
You think that you see the cover is like very, for some reason it's a bunch of bears chasing butterflies, so I don't really know what that's about. But
he was right.
Oh.
I had to go with American Beauty, which is what they called me in college, Chris. So American Beauty, a lot of people consider this to be the best of the Grateful Dead studio catalog. I know Alex is gearing up for me to talk about my issues with it, but
the sequencing.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
So I love this record, and this is the for those of you that care, this is the Rhino High Fidelity, which proves that I'm in the VC.
That's number. What's the number you got there, Sam?
I have 3717 out of 5,000.
That's a good number.
There you go. That's a fun age. But no, it's a great record. The songs were all pretty much staples. Obviously, you had the song "Truckin'," which has the line, "What a long strange trip it's been," hence the pick. This was kind of the Dead goes, Americana country. This is when they were hanging out with David Crosby and Graham Nash. They were learning about harmonies. Kind of like in return, Jerry Garcia ends up playing pedal steel on "Teach Your Children" by CSNY. And I was like, oh, you helped us, we'll do something for you. And
Sam, it's so funny that you referenced that, because literally, like I mentioned, I almost pulled Deja Vu because of the whole dad theme. I'm like, oh, teach your children, I can show. But then I decided not to, because I was like, I think I talk about CSNY too much. So I went with
that's awesome.
That's so funny. Show drinking songs instead.
Yeah. Teach your children with you.
Teach your children how to chug one.
Well, like, this is a good starter beer, kids. It's only a 3.
That's right.
You can share that with your baby.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, so fitting so this was planned, obviously, but all of the songs on here were, concert staples with Friend of the Devil, Sugar Magnolia, Ripple, Broke Down Palace, Truckin', so many great songs. Again, like Alex said, my issue with this album is the sequencing. An album that has both Ripple and Broke Down Palace on it, which are 2 of the best like closing songs ever. If you know the song, like Broke Down Palace has that whole final line of, going home by the waterside, I'm going to rest my bones, listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. It's just like a perfect ending song. And then Ripple has the whole, la da da da, whole, sing along aspect of it. But they put Ripple and Broke Down Palace as tracks 1 and 2 on side 2. Like, I mean, it's weird. It's weird. It opens with the Phil Lesh song "Box of Rain," which was, Phil just died last year, and that was kind of his song. But yeah, lots of good stuff on here. David Grisman's on here, the mandolin player. He plays on a few of the tracks. Definitely my favorite Grateful Dead record, but I have my qualms. But Heavenly Trip, Truckin', Long Strange Trip, I had to go with it. So,
and kind of the same color palette as well, I think. The purple. Sure. Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, I guess so. Orange, the yellow. There's just no bears on here. Yeah.
Which is weird because, but the bear should be on. I mean, that's a classic Grateful Dead.
The little bears.
Stupid bears.
Doing
what are they doing?
Isn't that the climb the top of the mountain?
Yeah, you're right, Sam. I mean, I would be great if they just, which is weird. I've never been crazy about Truckin', but to me that fits as a lead off. Like, start side B with Truckin'.
It was a single, yeah.
And close it with Ripple. Interesting. Hey, if anybody, and by anybody I really mean Sam and maybe Chris in a few months after his baby grows up, if you're going to do the summer vinyl tag, a great answer to one of the questions is about a flower or a plant or a shrub on a record cover. So,
I do want to do that.
Yeah, it's good. I did mine today. I just posted it maybe an hour, whatever ago. So, it's fun. Good questions. Okay, this is I love this album. We're actually, it's kind of great because there's a lot of classics. It's like not really any deep pulls, which the deep pulls that we do are fine and great too, because we're, bringing, a lot of, I'm sure, Winter Sleep is probably sold out now, Jay, since we last recorded because of your involvement. But we're showing collectively, these records have probably all sold 70 million copies. But the record's great. I love the record. I can't wait to talk about the record. I am struggling with you clowns about the tie-in, but I'm going to try my best. So, Dank Charmer. Well, when I saw Dank Charmer, and of course that stupid thing, I was like, oh, it's a play on Snake Charmer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And then I started thinking, when I was a child, there's a very, very popular song on the radio all the time that was not called Snake Charmer, but I sang it of, I wanna be y'all. Snake Charmer.
Snake Charmer.
We're gonna go with
Wow.
So
What a stretch.
Look, you know the misheard lyrics. Sam, you're a big ELO fan. Everybody and their brother thought it was Medieval Woman.
I thought you were going to say, "Don't bring me down." When they go, it's like whoosh. I thought you were going to say like douche,
Bruce or whoever it is.
Bruce,
right?
yeah.
What's going on here? The classic misheard lyrics, and so for me, for the longest time didn't know it was Sledgehammer. I always thought it was "I want to be your snake charmer."
Snake charmer,
which it fits, you know. Sam, you're like, don't like. I was like 8, like. Don't like look into this.
Stupid idiot.
Yeah, I was a dumb child. I get it. Man. I was kind of fat too, but that didn't change much, you know. But also, I mean, I love this record. I love Peter Gabriel. This record, though, you know, commercially and how much it sold and all that type of stuff, you know, blew them up into complete superstardom. But this is one of those perfect records to me. I've talked about it before, of that perfect mix of like a handful of those singles that you've heard a gazillion times. And depending on where you are, you could hear them a gazillion more. You know, example would be Snake Charmer or Sledgehammer. To me, the other one, though, and just this is one of those songs that I could hear it a million times, could hear it a million more, is In Your Eyes. I've always thought that is just like the perfect pop song, whatever, perfect pop love song, whatever. Of course, produced by Daniel Lanois, who his Lanoisism, I guess, is just all over this record, which is great. But, you know, besides, you also have, Big Time. That was a huge track, too, off of here. Big Time was huge. But then I wouldn't even call them deeper cuts. I mean, kicks off with Red Rain, which is a perfect way to kick off.
Red Rain.
Yeah, you know the kind. Mercy Streets, I love that song a lot. And then, of course, the duet that he did with Kate Bush on "Don't Give Up," which is, you know, just your big tear jerker. You still have friends, you know. Jesus, Kate. So yeah, I mean, just whatever, you know. Love Peter. Love the old PG, and yeah, So is my pick from 1986 because of I Want to Be. Everybody's singing I Want to Be Yo.
Oh God. To our listeners, we're sorry.
I was like, yeah, our 2 listeners just yeeted themselves off, off the Empire State Building, so we're fine. Anybody, you know, we'll actually we'll defer to. This is a throwback to Jerry Springer. I don't know if Jason or Chris, you had Jerry Springer in Canada.
We did.
Well, hell, and then heck yeah. So I forget whatever he had those closing words, right? Like he would just have like an hour of absolute trash, and then he would like close it out with something kind of emotional. And Chris, knowing that you're our special guest, man, I'm gonna turn to you, man. Put a bow on this thing, man. What are your closing words for the folks tonight?
Okay. I feel like you guys will be okay with me saying this. So these are not emotional words, but you mentioned, I have to tell this story now because you mentioned Jerry Springer. So I met Jerry Springer once. What? Yeah.
Ohio boy, old mayor of Cincinnati.
Okay. So I'll try to, okay. So I went to a bachelor party in Chicago. We drove to Chicago. We got there. It's about a 6 or 7 hour drive from Toronto. We got there. It was a bachelor party, was drinking, like we're having a good time. We go out onto like, what do they call that? The Magnificent Mile. And we're like, yeah, we're like hopping into bars and pubs and stuff. And our theory was that like whatever place we go in, whether we like it or not, we'll just have a beer and then we'll leave if we don't like it. So we go into this one place. We immediately realize that we are like so underdressed, like it's a swankier place. It's more high class, but we're like, okay, we'll get a beer anyways. And so we look over and there's a single table. Jerry Springer sitting at the table with literal red velvet rope around his table and like a bodyguard next to him. And so all these guys in the bachelor party are like, it's Jerry. Like, we got to go. We got to talk to Jerry. So we go up to him and we're just like, Jerry, like, can we get a picture, please? Can we get a picture? And you could tell that he kind of didn't really want to do it, but he sort of looks at the bodyguard, and then he's kind of like, he shrugs. He's okay. So the bodyguard like undoes the red velvet rope. And this is even this is 2008. So this is like pre-smartphone. So there was a real digital camera that like we're trying to take a picture with. And so one of the guys hands me the camera, but I wanted to be in the picture. So then I just handed the camera to the guy next to me. And this guy next to me was really, really wasted. And like the lens cap was not even open. And he had it like upside down. And so he's trying to take the picture, but it's like facing him, and he's like this, and he's trying to take the picture, and we're all there. We got our arms around Jerry, and we're like, no, like flip it. No, flip it around. No, it's facing the wrong way. You got to do this. And then finally Jerry just puts his hands up and he goes, guys, come on. And then he just looks at his bodyguard and he's like, get these guys out of here. The bodyguard kicked us out. We never got the picture with Jerry, but I got a good story out of it. So.
Are you friends with the guy still?
I didn't even know the guy. He was part of the bat. Like he was. He was a friend with the group, but I didn't know the guy personally. I couldn't even tell you his name. Anyways, those are my closing thoughts.
Sam couldn't have said it better himself. I mean,
no.
Oh, well, with that, this is a blast, guys. Chris, you're welcome back anytime, mon frere. I'm empty over here. Jason's about empty. I know Sam's empty. We're all empty. I got a little drip, but that's normal for me. A fun episode, guys. Thanks so much. And for all you boners out there listening, watching, appreciate y'all. We'll do this again real soon. And take care, y'all.
That was another presentation courtesy of Vinyl Community Podcast. Tell a friend, tell a foe, but tell someone you heard it here. Only on Vinyl Community Podcasts. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever podcasts are found.